The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Last name is Reynolds. Please write it down. You're going to need a tablet and pen today. Why? Because I'm going to give you information you've been looking for all your life. That's right. Million to billion. Well, that's what I did. Why haven't you? I bet you have some bad information. Why don't we get you kind of correct today? This is live. And by the way, I'm live 6 days a week. I don't like pre-recorded, what I call blah, blah, blah. If I'm going to do blah, 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 I'm going to do it live. Then I'm going to give you rules and tools. Now, I need you to get that tablet and pen and write down today's date. Why? Because I need you to focus. What I need to tell you is understand, because you can't take pictures and record. I need it here. It's got to be a mindset. Now, we're going to change some habits. You got that? Now, I like goodies. You like goodies? You like Lamborghinis and Ferraris and helicopters and mansions? Well, I obtained it. Why haven't you? Can you turn these up today? Little things we're going to talk about today. Now, I need you to understand, my life wasn't so easy. I didn't get a mommy and a daddy like you, probably all of you. But you know what I got? I got to live in hell. I was born in a taxi on the way to Gardena Hospital. All right, my mommy didn't want me, so I got to be Mrs. Hope, the she-devil from hell. She used and abused me too. Oh, well, what can I say? My feeling sorry for me is 3 seconds. Yours, I allow you 3 minutes. Now, your journey begins today with me. We're going to correct some of the things you were taught the wrong way. Got it? Now, I want you to draw the diagram in front of you. Can you do that for me? Here's a corporation. Here are divisions. Here's a corporation. Here's subsidiaries. So I want you to think about what's around you in your city today. Let's think about Bank of America. They bankrupt 5,000 locations. How does that do that? They bankrupt locations called branch numbers. You filed bankruptcy, you brought the pain home. Why'd you do that? The next thing we got to look is what? Chase Bank, US Bank, Wells Fargo. The 4 major ones. Hey, how about we look at Sam's Club? They filed bankruptcy too. 1,500 locations. Geico and cities. So while everything around you is happening, you're just sitting there going, me, that's about it. See, I need you to look behind the curtain from now on. I need you to focus. I need you to understand. Write down, never bring the pain home. Well, that's what you did. Heck, you jacked them up, dropped the score, got stuck, couldn't get any more, backed yourself a family in a corner. That kind of sucks. Do you realize you never had to do that in the first place? Now, I'm going to make you a certified CFO. Is that okay? We're going to play my way. And then I want you to program your brain to millionaire status. I'm going to reprogram you. Is that okay? Remember what I said. Look behind the curtain. The ultimate goal is very simple. Why I want you to look behind the curtain? I want you to understand what I did as a little boy. When I was dropped off to the pier eaten out of a trash can by Mrs. Hope, the she-devil from hell, I knew one thing. How did they get the money? How did the rich and famous people get money? They get the honey. Well, I had to figure out things too. And I kept researching exactly what they did. Would you like the American dream? Now, the American dream is living on the hill, drive the car of your dreams, and if anybody sues you, they probably get diddly squat, right? But I need you to look behind the curtain. Is that okay? Now, let's play. Get out your personal credit cards right away. Now. If you don't, at least write down the procedure. Here's your cards. What did you do again? You jacked them up. You dropped the score. You got stuck. You couldn't get any more. You backed yourself and found me in a corner. You didn't realize there's a rule and tool that I set up years ago when I was training Ken Yarbrough, T or W, came Asperian. On the back of every card, you're going to put a stick. You write it down. You're going to write down the limit of the card, maintain 25%, always, never past 29%. Here's 100,000. That means I'd have 71,000 of safety in case blankets a fan, or basically what? Pandemic. So the line of defense. Now understand something years ago. I want to show you how to play. These two cards here don't fluctuate your credit score ever, ever. You can max them out to $1 million as long as you maintain a payment. That way your score maintains 750 after I'm done repackaging you. Now understand Thomas Raymond Woolridge. They made bicycle parts in El Segundo, California. Then they got information business and they became the reports ROM. And then Asperian bought them out too. When I drew this years ago, the first one of these, it was good, fair, hell no. You're going to learn about these cards today. Why? Because all the other cards jacked up, you get scored, you get to drop. You don't get any more. You're going to maintain a 750 from now on. Now, we got to teach you how to play. So get at your tablet and pen again and again. Got to teach people in high school how to play the game, not to make the same mistake you did. See, you follow ducks and sheep what you did. We got to teach you the rules and tools. Now, I got this millionaire building call. If you get one of those, we're going to blueprint your past, present, and future. We're going to think about family. I didn't get one of those as a kid. I got a wife and 6 kids and 10 grandkids. So the ultimate goal. How about a corporation? It's a legal person. We got to play. And then you need divisions, about 26 of those. Now understand, how about the irrevocable trust? So we get to play. How about the car? Did you know your car, you're the registered owner? And if they sue the registered owner, which is you, they're going to take everything you got. The registered owner of the division should be the one for the car. So every car should be registered division of a corporation. So the division's the duck, not you and your family. Next thing is the house. You should buy a house through a trust. That way it's privacy. Now, building residual income, let's see. I was 17 and a half years old. I had 19 houses going to auctions. It was fun. And my problem is I needed $1,000 a month. $1,000 a month. So I figured, okay, if I position myself right, automatically I get $1,000 a month. Then I got 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 again. I had 22,000 pay phones. I had my basically 31 flavors, my Subway. I had my Shakey's Pizza in the shopping center and the malls and all the goodies. I'm making money. By the way, that's called residual income. You never did that. That's your biggest mistake, sorry to say. Then we got to take what's in my book 45 years ago. Page 6, paragraph 3, cash flow, free up your time. I know someone else tried to use that too, but the reality is it was in my book first. But he filed bankruptcy a couple of times too. And I don't think he's really true, what he says going blah, blah, blah. But let's understand. Ask yourself a question. I want you to write down 2 questions. From this simple, would you like to enhance your paycheck, your income? Would you like to replace it? Which one do you want? Now, when you wrote it down, circle the one you want. I'll get you there. I'll guarantee it too. Now, you're going to have to get your hands dirty. See, in the past, what you do is you hire people, attorneys, CPAs, and incorporating services, and they get their money, and then they kind of rip you off and let you down. You did that to yourself. You watch on TikTok and Google and YouTube, what do you see? Oh, the blah, blah, blah. I'm going to give you blah, blah, blah rules and tools. And then I'm going to hold your hand from the beginning until the end. And I'm going to get you to $1 million to $5 million. Would that be okay if I do that too? So I want you to focus as, what about me? Say that. Say, what about me? Go ahead and say that now. You see, that's what I want you to focus on. Now, the next thing is I want to certify you as a CFO. I want to build you $1 million of cash credit. Is that okay if we do it my way for a while? Because I think your way sucks and it didn't work. So let's focus on chapter 18. This is a corporation's a legal person. It's right there. A corporation's a legal person. Let me circle it for you. Now, I'm at the Hope family house. They have a poker game every Wednesday night. And I'm listening there at this poker game. They said a corporation's a legal person. Okay, it sounds good. Now I'm 7.5 years old. So I rode down my bicycle down to the Torrance Police Department the next day. Next door was a library. Man, what does this mean? She was rude as can be. She walked away, didn't say a word for 5 minutes, came back and said, here's a microfiche, here's a book. I read the book. You read the book too. Good for you. You know what the problem is? Your lack of knowledge is the stupidity of man and woman. You're not stupid, but you followed stupid. Sorry to say. Half the people in this world are freaking lazy. We're going to go see it and believe it, go get it. So what happens? I went to the library, got the book. Then I got 2 or 3 more. I went back for 2 years. And what did I do? It's very simple. Now, I didn't pay attention where it says may sue or be sued. And that's what I want you to focus on today. Because you have a corporation today, when they sue the corp, they sue you. Congratulations, you're a duck and a sheep too. Now, what did I do? At 9.5 years old, I decided to send away my $10 money order to the Secretary of State of California. See, all corporations in all 50 states are free. Free. Why would spend thousands to an attorney's fee paying corporate service and not learn diddly squat? I don't understand stealing and screwing up money and screwing it up. That's called stupid, isn't it? All corps are free. You pay a filing fee. Now, I paid my $10 back then, and the fee today is $30. You know what I got? I got a corporation came back called Helping Hand Industries. I got over $100,000 of credit cards in the mail. Isn't that fun? No, I'm 9.5. It's like, what the? So we had to figure that out too. And I got named in the movie Dave, but then I got basically sued or named in a lawsuit at 12.5 years old. I didn't realize this. I had to trade name, trademark, and copyright. I had to understand that means. You learn kind of like as you go sometimes, right? So I got named in a lawsuit when I used the word Braille because I started the first Orange County Blind Center when I was 12.5 years old. So I want you to focus on see it, believe it, go get it, and never bring the pain home. Is that okay if you do it my way for a while? So what did we look at? A corporation. Oh, goody. When I was a little boy, they kept saying, don't put all your eggs in one basket. I asked them what that meant. What I got from the grown-ups is, that's about it. I just thought they were all stupid. I'm sorry, that's what I thought. And that's what I realized when I grew up too. Corporation is sued, they sue you. You're all over the corporation on the Secretary of State's website. I invented division process in 85, 86. I'll demonstrate and show what that means for you too. Now, if you got an LLC, you didn't need that at all. Don't worry, the Treasury Department come January, they're gonna come kick your assets. You better get that form. They're gonna find you $500 a day. You see, you gotta play. How will we get a corporation with 3 divisions when we build $1 million of credit and we never bring the pain home? Would that be okay if we did it my way for a while? Warning. Simple. I'm honest and I'm blunt. I'm going to tell it like it is. If you follow stupid, you did stupid. That doesn't mean you're stupid. You just did stupid. I want to build you a millionaire. Is that okay? I've done it now 30 million times. Millionaire corporations and 29 billionaires now. Isn't that fun? You want to play my way? Well, I'm Ray Reynolds, the Godfather of Credit. I'm going to tell you what to do. And on top of that, I'm going to treat you like you're 2 years old. I don't want you to think. I just want you to do. And never bring the pain home. Got it? Now, there's a big thing you have to think about. It's a list. Let's think about today. If you go to the grocery store, don't you have a list? So if we're going to have the American dream, where's our list? We need a checklist. So if we look at all your goals, please challenge me because I get bored as can be. Goals is a goal list. That's the index of a book. We got to get the activity sheet. Then we have to look at daily and weekly list. And then when we get to projects, we got to look at the project list too. You see, the projects are fun, but the problem is most people get in your way and tell you no. I'll get you through that process too. So hear me. Now, I got my first million at 14.5. And I got double billion, 2.6 billion corporate structure at 26. How'd I do? You see, the goal is up to you. Let's understand. When you have everything you want, what do you do? From the yachts, the race boats, the mansions, the helicopters, and all the goodies, I was bored. And then I decided to help people like you. My wife calls this my hobby. So let's play. I got this foolproof program. You can't even screw it up as long as you follow through. Now, here's Arnold. You ever heard of Arnold before? On the board of one of the hospitals we set up in Fiji Islands. How about Superman for Gold's Champ? He says, Ray, you kick ass and motivate. I got him $1 million too. From here, even college professors. Biola University. Okay. How about Glenn, who lived in his car for 3.5 years, feeling sorry for himself? I had to get him a raise 360. From here is Giovanni. He designed the first black cartoon and comic book on planet Earth. He worked for Pixar at the time. I got him $1.6 million. Little Karen delivered pizza, and I said, stick around. I tried to get properties under a corporation and divisions in Long Beach, California. She got $1.2 million in 9 months. So we got to help people coming out of prison too. Here's Freeway Ricky, Dickie Ross, Golden Platinum cards, unlimited. Whee! Oh, here we have Thomas. You see, Thomas was in prison for 26 years. Within 6 months of coaching him every Saturday, all right, we got him brand new dump trucks. All right, making millions a year. Problem with you, sorry to say, is you didn't learn to play. And everything around you, you just let it go by. You did, that's a bad ad. No, the mistake is not to understand how it works. So we're going to look at the SS5 form that equals SSN and Social Security number, and it creates for the 1040 tax return. You got one of these. We the people and their Social Security number. Now, you did this at 14 years old to 16, unless you were born from 71 on after Nixon took the gold standard out. And if that's the case, mommy did it at the hospital. No one seemed to pay attention to the form in the first place. We're going to compare the SS5 to the SS4. Can you do this for me? Come on, put your hands like this. Here is tax, 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 and probate when we're dead. The time of death is for the state and federal government, not for anyone else. So no one moves your stuff when you're dead because you can't take it with you. The SS4, no tax to do till you're profitable. So we get to play. It's not the type of corporation you start in the beginning. It's how you see the money to get the honey. Line 1 there, legal name of entity or individual person. See, in my Wednesday class on Saturday too, 10 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, set up to level 1. Now, if you're a crook and don't file tax returns, just go to a prison like Wesley Snipes did. Wesley listened to his stupid attorneys in CPACE, Beverly Hills, California. 3 years in prison, $5 million fine, screwed up his whole career and his life too. See, I want you to focus on irs.gov and get a hold of the 1244 form. I would like you to file a single filing with you in the corporation and almost not ever paying tax again till you get to 3 to 5 million. Is that okay? We play my way for a while. Now, Richard here won Survivor the first show. He got $1 million check. He was supposed to keep 375 and pay the rest in tax, or he could have leveraged it to 15 million. He didn't listen to me. So what did he do? He pissed it all away and went to prison for 3.5 years, 10 years probation, screwed up that too. So the lack of knowledge is the stupidity of man or woman. People aren't stupid. Half the world is freaking lazy. They have to see it, believe it, go get it. The United States of America Incorporated. They got 50 corporations called states. States called corporations called cities. And then they created Chapter 9 bankruptcy in case blank hits the fan. They have no shit day too, like you. You could have played the same game with low intent to do fraud. We the people, corporations, a legal person, and we can stop bringing the pain home. Is that okay? Now let's talk about division of me. We're going to look at that form once again. Line 1 says legal name of entity or individual person. All right, for whom is requesting. I can put your name there, your corp, your division, or your subsidiary right there. I can build you a corporate umbrella with $1 million. Would that be okay if I play with you too? Now let's understand today. I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. Here's the keys to that $1 million Lamborghini. The payment was $6,800 a month when I obtained it the first in the beginning. If I buy it through me and I can't pay it, they take it away. And then they report it to the credit bureaus. I'll have shitty credit. Then they report it to the IRS as a 1099-C. Now I'll have double shitty credit. That would be stupid. If I buy it through the corp, they'd see me in the corp. They'd sue us both too. So what did I do? I bought it as a division of a corporation. Let's pay attention. All right. And I showed you SSN versus SS4, right? I guarantee under SS4. You know, I got to maintain my shopping centers, my payphones, my laundromats, my dry cleaning, my printing companies, satellite companies, and all the pieces, but I got a shitty one in my way. I'm going to do the 3-step. You ready? Disconnect, isolate, incorporate. I'm going to put that sucker over here while I maintain everything else. Why did you allow yourself to be one? Bankruptcy, B of A, bankrupt 5,000 locations. Sam's Club, 1,500. Cities and states. Why did you allow yourself not to pay attention? So if I can't say this one that's a piece of junk now hurting me under the Federal Protection Act, I get to bankrupt the hell out of it and throw the sucker away. I'm going to try to save it for 6 months. I got no intent to do fraud, neither do you, right? Now, if we look at basically signing a lease of a building, that's a division. The next thing is the properties you obtain. If they're not in a division, so someone slips and falls and sues you, they kind of screw you up too. Don't forget how you receive the money, SS4. No taxes due till we're profitable. Then we have to master the Fair Lending Act. You see, there are 12 acts to master. So we look at the Fair Lending Act. This is unlimited up to $1 million. It says we can get 99 more sisters. How many would you like? See, you're not going to finance the business stealing from the family anymore. That's kind of stupid. And you're not stupid. You're not getting a big enough raise. You're not winning the lottery, are you? So we get to play, and we'll get to look at Mary today. It's like what you did to you. Mary's Ivy League education, $250,000 a year. From there, she jacked up her credit. But before she did, she gave $10,000 to the attorney. He looked at the lease because she wanted to start a restaurant. Oh, goody. And then she gave $5,000 to the CPA. And the reality is when she jacked up her personal credit, dropped it from an 800 because she's 98,000, she called them up. What did I do? What do they respond to? I'm sorry, most CPAs attorneys have no idea how to be an entrepreneur. But what happens, Mary call here and start crying. Rainy, stop. You feel sorry for yourself 3 minutes or less. That's all you get. What Mary should have done before she hired that attorney and CPA is talk to me. Mary should have been a CFO for the corporation, and that restaurant should have been a division. That way, if the restaurant got screwed up, she gets rid of the piece and keeps the whole. But unfortunately, she filed bankruptcy to the corp, and her family lost her house. And her husband divorced her 3 weeks later, says, I didn't sign up for that. So your goal is to allow me to train you to be a certified CFO and stop bringing the damn pain home. Would that be okay with you? So let's understand. You have a corp today? Oh, goody for you. Look on Secretary of State's website. Your name's all over it. And when they sue the corp, they sue you. That kind of sucks. And if you use a registered agent trying to hide behind that, when he's named in a lawsuit, he's going to say who exactly you are because he has to. So there's no way to get around you being that corporation. See, you didn't put your ducks in a row, and you probably used your home address too. That's called silly and dumb, by the way. When they sue the corp today, they probably will sue you. That kind of sucks. Why don't we create a line of defense and we get to play and win every time, as long as you have no intent to do fraud? Here's a $100 million building. There's that Lamborghini again worth $1 million, $5 million mansion, and $1 million race boat. I obtained it. Why haven't you? Turn these up again today. We get to play my way. Now, you don't get these goodies until you get to 5 million. Is that okay? All right, I want to make you a corporate millionaire. Is that all right? As we play my way. Add you to my credit system. I'll show you how I got that house too. From there, what is your goals? What do we get to do? Now, you've had some money, right? What did you do? You spend it? You kind of pissed it away? And it went bye-bye? I want you to write down credit, loan, and money. Come on. Credit, loan, and money. I want you to put $100,000 in the corporate bank account. Well, you don't have it. We'll take it off one of the cards. It's borrow money. Hell, we get to write off anyway. What's the bank going to do? Give up to $1.5 million. You're going to have a division for franchise run by third party. You're going to have an apartment complex run by third party. You're going to create a line of defense. And you're going to create what's called financial freedom. See, your problem is you don't understand how to play. What is this? You're going to say money. It's actually a Federal Reserve note. Lisa still says, in God we trust. They haven't taken that off. Hopefully they don't do that too. Well, let's understand, money doesn't buy you happiness. But it does take all that weight off your shoulders. Financial freedom. Here's where you screwed up. You didn't build residual income. There's your biggest mistake. You're getting older, slower. You're not as pretty as you used to be. And your lack of knowledge is stupidity, man and woman. You're not stupid. You're lazy. No, you're going to go get it. Here's $100,000 credit I'll build you. National average is about 10%, about 10 grand. But I like to give it away, and today it's $39.99. This means you get a 60% discount because of the week of Black Friday. Now. It was done today. Click here. Take a picture. Ray Reynolds recipient, ray@racecredit.com, RW when you Zell. You have bank transfer, deposit, or wire. It's the only page I allow you to actually take a picture today, too. We get to play. Now, if I create money for you, I want you to think about what I did to get my $190,000 a month, then my $661,000 a month, then $1 million a friggin' day. Yeah, I accomplished that too. It's a game. We got to play. So you ready to play? You take $50,000 off of a corporate credit card, borrow money's not taxable, and you loan out $10,000 to 5 people. You do a homestead block or UCC1 chattel mortgage. I invented those too. This means for every $50,000 you loan out, you make $2,000 of positive cash flow. $100,000 is $4,000 a month. You can design your income just by loaning out money if you want to play. Here's my first matrix of $190 a month. You want to play yet? But it's up to you. I've been in person or online helping people for 45 years, and the goal is to get you to get to millionaire, some of you to billionaire. Now, I got this 3-day event coming up December 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. This is the foundation of residual income. We got to go through my 18 books and CDs. We got to focus you correctly. The bonuses are very simple. All the levels in specialty classes for 90 days. From there, 100,000 cash credit. Now, the goal is simple today with the bonuses. We're going to talk about residual income foundation from properties to what? All right. Franchises too. So let's understand. The office sells this for $3,000, $29.99 a day. Today, during this broadcast, if it was done right away, you get a $1,000 discount and all those goodies too. $1,999. It is a Zelle only. Write down RW. If you don't do it, then you missed out the opportunity to save $1,000. Now, time. We got to realize something right now. Corporations filed right now and divisions filed right now. Come January, they'll be on their 2nd year. That's what the bank wants when you have basically what's called checkbook money. So we're running out of time. The reality is up to you. From there, as we structure this the right way. Now, flippity-dippity-doos. I was doing that. It was kind of fun. And then I was getting $50,000 per property. Then I realized the buyer's a liar, the agent, the broker too, the basically contractor and the subcontractor that sounds outside Home Depot. It's like they're all stealing my money. So I got tired of that at 21. I decided at 21 to be the bank. See, to be the bank, simple. See, you had a car. I even taught Ricky Ross, Freeway Ricky D. Ross, how to do cars and have residual income. You sold a car. Did you know you could have been the bank for 3 to 6 years on that? But you let go bye-bye. You sold a house, you did that too. You see, you got to realize something today. It's like if you took an apartment complex and you split deed it, that means you're going to learn about assignment of mortgage. If you want to know about real estate, about my books and everything else, real estate series, how about become the bank and buckets of money too? Then you guys get a sample of an assignment of an asset. See, you could play differently if you wanted to. Now, we're going to look at properties. Section 8s always get paid even during pandemic. So if we look at the 14 states right now, you have properties literally under $100,000. What are we looking to do? Residual income. Every real estate office will manage them for you. They're on every street corner. So if we look at this one here, they wanted $75,000. They only want $5,000 down for new properties. Let's buy 3. Let's finance them too and write it all off. You got nothing to lose and everything in the game. But the ultimate goal, that's called residual income. So I like to make you a money-making machine. Is that okay if we play my way for a while? Now, let's say you want to sell computers or anything you want to sell, $100,000 to $1 million. 90 days, all right, up to that to pay it. I call it OPM money. And we're going to use Dun & Bradstreet. I have rules for them too. Now, we could sell on Amazon and eBay today. We get to play again. Don't get goodies like this until you hit $5 million. God's gift, the mansions in the harbor, having properties on all 5 islands, and then you got race boats and yachts with your name on them too. That's what I did. Would you like a couple? Even the Duffy? How about the big building and the Lamborghini? See, I don't think you can have an excuse after you meet me. You're going to get knocked out 1,000 friggin' times. You're going to win 10. That's the ultimate goal. Helicopters, Lamborghinis, and buildings too. You see, I accomplished all my goals. I don't have an excuse. So the reality is this, me, 1981, highest kick, fastest kick in the United States of America. Isn't that fun? You see, they say white men can't jump. That's kind of stupid. I was kicking the door jam at 10 and the basketball hoop too. I kicked out the lights that night too. From there, wherever you come from, you can accomplish your goal. There's no excuse. Please don't hear the word no. No is only people who don't know how to play. You got the 1,000 steps in the Millionaire Founders Kit. I wrote it and sold it at the Bonavista for 32 years, 5,000 a set. So there's that diagram again. Corporation, entities, corporations, subsidiaries. You got to decide. Let's use the division until we hit 5 million, okay? Banks and grocery stores file bankruptcy every time they want a bad location. They want a position, they write off on their taxes, and you keep bringing the damn pain home. Stop that, please. Stop bringing the pain home. Certified CFO, reprogram your brain to millionaire status. Remember one thing, when I was 9.5, I started my blueprint. I call it see it, believe it, go get it. The ultimate goal. I think you're treading water right now. You're playing it safe. There are 5 things I need you to write down that are a must have. You need a 750, not with care, credit, and first premier. You need basically a corporation and 30 divisions. From there, you're going to need 100,000 to 1 million of cash, credit, checkbook money, and supply and vendor money. These are must-haves if you want to get to millionaire corporation. Very simple. If you have a corp, I'll build the one you got. If not, I'll give you one for free. Is that okay? Then I'll teach you how to stop bringing the pain home. Put your ducks in a row and let me repackage you my way for a while, because I think your way, sorry, sucks. We're going to play. Now, I incorporated 2 presidents of the United States of America and rich and famous people too. Lakers, Clippers, Angels, and Dodgers too. And it's fun. You see, your problem is you. Sorry to say. All right, they listen better than you. But what happens is you had a kitchen table meeting with your friends and family. We're going to start a business, honey. Oh, goody for you. Then you jacked up the cards, you dropped your score, you got stuck, you couldn't get any more. You couldn't write out dilly squat, and you backed your family in a corner, and then you hawked your house. I'm sorry, I call that stupid. And the reality is you're not stupid, you just followed stupid. Never bring the pain home. Now let's write down today's date and let's project 90 working days. Remember, you're going to fall down 1,000 times, you're going to win 10. That's the way it's supposed to be. Now, when I wrote Winning the Game of Business 45 years ago, page 6, paragraph 3, I showed everybody what I was doing with me. Cash flow, free up your time. That was the goal. Now, there's me 14 years ago, 2009. Doesn't matter if you got millions and billions of dollars. The reality is my wife wants to take one of the yachts in the backyard. What's the fireworks? Okay, with a group of people. One of them was sick, and I got to die the next day. But she told everybody at the office he's in a coma. He's probably going to die. Here's Ron with a U-Haul truck at One Technology Drive over on Spectrum. My building was only 22,000 square feet. He's stealing my books and CDs. Tom, my IT guy, sold my websites and my phone numbers to a damn porn site. See, the people around you, you got to be careful, no matter if you trust them or not. Well, because when your back's turned, what are they going to do to you? If you want a copy of the Millionaire's Founders Kit, you call the office today. It's $499. If you did it during a live broadcast with me, I charge you $99 shipping and handling. The ultimate goal, it's a Zelle only. Write down RW, address, and phone number 2. See, the goal is when you start a business and run a business. Hold your breath. You don't know if you fall off the cliff, they're going to push you off the cliff too. You see, you got to hold your breath and understand, as long as you're trying, you're not dying. If you're not trying, you might as well be dead. So what I've done for me, I learned to read at 2.5 years old. I didn't really learn to read. I learned to memorize all the words. Kept bugging me, what is this word, this word? So I taught myself how to read. Then I had to learn how to spell it. It's kind of screwed me up. Do you know what happened? At 2:30 in the morning, the abuser would come get me. So I got up at 2:25 every day, just like today. Dropped to my knees, say, thank you, Jesus, for another day. Then I go look in the mirror. See, I put myself in check. You don't do that. Why don't you get up an hour earlier tomorrow morning? And why don't you put yourself in check and find some me time? See, I didn't get a mommy and a daddy in the family until I got married and have kids and grandkids. So I had to live through hell, and I wanted out. Your problem, you got a good idea. Oh, goody. You go ask your friends and family to give you some encouragement. Instead, they interrupt you and tell you how to do your own idea. And usually they haven't done diddly squat. Isn't it amazing? People want to tell you what to do, and they haven't done diddly squat themselves. So this might cloud your direction. July 4, 2009. 3 yachts in the backyard. We took one out. Guess what I get to do? I get to hear what's going on in the room in the coma. Tax attorney tricks my wife to sign a POA. The nurse asked my wife if I'm a donor. They're going to take out my heart, take it away. I died at 5:41, July 5th. But Jesus said, stay in peace or go back. I said, go back. So here it is. I moved 24 times by the time I'm 11 and a half years old. A lot of shitty people. Sorry to say, I've been shot twice, knifed 6 times. And the reality is, for me, I think I'm God's example. Is that okay for you? So if you are pissed off, you want to yell. Man, I wrote a book called, Bite Your Tongue, Live Longer. Never yell at kids and women. They're tape recorders. They remember everything. You want to get yelled? Just go outside and yell. Here's my procedure. All of you today, go yell outside as loud as you can. Close your eyes, count to 10, pray, and open your eyes again. You see, your mindset's now changed. You get to play my way a little bit. So you're here today. Thank you, Lord. See, there's a reason you're here. So I want you to follow every step that I tell you to do. If you fall down, I'll pick you up again and again. Is that okay? If I hold your hand and we sing Kumbaya? See, I got a book, 39 of them coming out this year. Trying to get them all out there right away. Jesus is not a drive-through. Being a Christian's a way of life, not a moment in time. The other one's called Bite Your Tongue, Live Longer. It was for men to shut up when it comes to women, they're tape recorders. I've had to add another chapter of this for my wife and my daughters. They got to bite their tongue and live longer too. How about fight the monster within? How about bullshit doesn't pay your bills? I see a lot of bullshit on TikTok, Google, and YouTube and all that blah, blah, blah. If they're not going to hold your hand from the beginning till the end, I think they're full of crap. That's just my opinion too. Fight through the pain. So I think you're stuck. I think I just need to get you past go. I'll show you real Lamborghinis, Duffys, and mansions, and white men do jump. Stupid people say we don't. More Lamborghinis. From there, race boats in the backyard, helicopters, U-Docks, all right, yachts, and Ferraris. Just a couple goodies I obtained. I got goodies more than this too. Didn't you get your goodies? I call this Ray's Rules. And what did I do? I took my blueprint out when I started 9.5 years old, and I call it See It, Believe It, Go Get It. So as we play, let's understand. I'm sorry, credit repair is a fraud. I didn't say that. The Federal Trade Commission says that every day. They can't even collect money up front. The Credit Organization Act too. So you understand something today. All you got to do is Google, all right, basically Section 611. It'll tell you exactly what you need to do, because I don't have a magic wand and I'm not full of shit like most of them are. Actually, all of them are. I love this one lady. Your balances need to be 1 to 5%. Then they'll shrink your limit. You can't get any more. It's the stupidest thing I ever heard in my life. But that's just my opinion because it's true. So guess what? All cards, you need to negotiate. All right, understand. If you have an open collection account, they can't remove that unless you have to basically man up, woman up, negotiate the debt. If they get rid of it, it'll come back on anyway. So what do we get to do? Well, TRW, the report's wrong, Thomas Raymond Warridge, as I designed certain things years ago for Yarborough too. It was good, fair, or hell no. These cards will balance your score and you'll maintain a 750 the rest of your life. Is that okay if you learn to play my way for a while? So let's understand. Open collection account and you negotiate. All cards 25, 28% rule, but 2, and then a rapid rescore. Now you got a 750 score. I get people this every day. Would you like to be next? It's called the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. But that'll be up to you if you pay attention today, your first 25 steps. Now we look at Credit Karma because it's free, but there's no funder to help you. They were indicted 3 times for lying, but then Intuit bought them on December 3rd, 2020. So let's do this. Let's understand what we need you to do. Now, if you're part of that LifeLock, I'm sorry to say, all right, all I can see online, they've been indicted 6 times. Last indictment's $100 million. Says they're a ripoff and a fraud. Probably true. Be careful. So if I analyze you and I tell you exactly what you need to do at 1:30 Pacific Standard Time, one of my classes on Saturday in rotation, would that be okay? If we work together to get you the 750 score, and I'll hold your hand and we'll sing Kumbaya too. So understand that SS5. No one paid attention. It says, name to be shown on card, full name of birth, other than above. So you or mommy got the SS5, the SSN 1040, and then you got a Social Security card. Goodie for you. It'll say, do not laminate, don't carry with you, and it's not even your card. It belongs to this administration, not you. And don't use it for ID purposes. Remember that too. So what happens is the SSN is for the 1040 tax return. The next thing, you got a job a long time ago, and what happened is you thought they stole your money. The next thing you have to understand is they told you the IRS gets your cut, you get the leftover. See, that's what makes you ducks and sheep. You didn't look behind the curtain and learn how to play. That's what you should have done since day one, too. IRS.gov, 1244, and file one tax return single filing. So guess what? You almost not pay tax anymore, at least to the $3 to $5 million mark, too. There's that SS5. Let's compare it to the SS4. It says line 1, legal name of entity, individual person. Banks, grocery stores, and cities file bankruptcy in locations, branch numbers, because they have separate tax IDs. Let's put your name on line 1. And let's look at the form that says allows banking and credit purposes. And that's per entity, by the way. So your corp's allowed 4 things. That's all it's allowed. All right, this is Rage rules. Understand, it's only allowed 4 things. I want your corporation to buffer tax. No taxes due till we're profitable. I want you to let me get you $1 million of cash credit so you can write it all off. Then on top of that, the cars, fleet price, and then the free buffet. That's all your corp gets to do. Is that okay? Now, the next thing is a division. Division is a line of defense. They're cheap. Multiple functions, buy at wholesale price, multiple credit reports, and separate liability for real estate. See, now you got 7 things your division gets to do. That's why I call it the line of defense for you. Corporation and divisions up to $1 million of credit. Is that okay? We build your life and we build you too. Now, I'm going to guarantee what I say as long as you're part of the program and you understand the rules and tools and you sign the dotted line too. You see, your goal is not to jack it up. And as long as you're part of the program and you go to class, not following you up, don't jack up cards. Don't apply and crash your rapid rescore. If you do, guess what I have to do? Charge you a fee or close your case. Please don't screw up. You got an open collection account, negotiate the debt. You have an IRS problem, they got a form for that too. The ultimate goal, step number 3. From here, what are we going to do? There's 750 scores waiting for you. All right, I'm going to analyze you today, now. And then I'm going to do a rapid refresh. I invented 39 years ago. I'm going to push your scores up, block any crappy credit you got, get some green lights and pop you some cards so you can steal from Peter to Paul and make Mary happy. Because that's what you got to do. That's how it works. So if you go to the class, the goal is a 750 rapid rescore. All right, very simple. And I give you a card for $1,000 because I charge you $9.99. I want you to reimburse yourself, get rid of your damn excuses. During the webinar, I do have price of $4.99. Card becomes $500. Now you got rules and tools. You maintain a $750 forever. Is that okay if you pay attention to me? Ultimate Go starter package. You have a corp, I'll build that one. If not, I'll hand you one for free. I've been giving corporations articles, also tax IDs for free for 45 years. You just pay a little filing fee. So I'm going to rebuild your life for $999 and hand you $5,000 of credit back. Is that okay? Now remember, I got a setup level 1 class on a Wednesday, Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you invest $24.99, that's $25,000 of credit. Analyze, add history, and start popping credit right away. If you want that bonuses today, now, it's a zell. There you go. And from there, you can always call the office at 800-254-9506. If you use a card, they will charge you 5% more because that's what the bank charges us. Now, here's another problem. I said I'm going to repackage your whole life. You're probably a voter like me. Do you know they sell the voting list 412 times a year? You got a cable bill, you have a corporation. Why don't you call 888-567-8688? Opt out for 5 years or a lifetime. Is that okay? The number's right in front of you. There you go. We get to play step number 4. Now, number 5 is simple. Plan the problem. I'm sorry you let a friend and family member rip you off. You spent thousands of crap that didn't work. Every card you have, sticky, the procedure I gave you earlier, there's your line of defense. As I designed this years ago, all the dashboards now are the same. 0 to 29 is green, 30 is yellow, 50 is red. With the discipline I give you today, you don't bring the pain home ever again. You see, the goal for you is very simple. All cards, you quit screwing them up, okay? You don't jack them up past 29%. These 2 cards, you can max up to $1 million for that rainy day or that oh shit day, or you basically want to go past 29%. Long as you maintain the payment, guess what happens? Your score never drops ever again. Now you can maintain a 750 the rest of your life. Is that okay? You listen to me? It's kind of fun. I got 30 million millionaire clients now and 29 billionaires. We get to play. Now, what happens with most of you, you have an emergency. You lose your job. And what happens next is that you run out of time, run out of money, and you can't wait to go jack them up and tell the world, feel sorry for me. That stuff's got to stop. Let's pretend you needed $5,000 today, now. You said the word need. Go ask your friends, family, the bank. They're all going to say no. See, this card's $5,000, $50 a month. The average person maxes out and wastes $50 every other day. They say you piss away $140 a week. Is that true? That's $600 a month. If we took $50,000 off a corporate credit card, right off the interest rate in the card, and no matter what we do, we can go buy 2 pizza restaurants during the pandemic with a drive-through. By the way, that's residual income, by the way. You see, white men do jump. Only stupid people say we don't. Nixon took the gold standard out. Now write down Ray's rules. Ray's rules, write them down. I write this down. I'm willing to sacrifice a division. All right, never my corp and my family, and I have no intent to do fraud. That's what you have to understand. You brought the pain home because you're lacking knowledge. And I've been teaching and preaching for 45 years. Where the blank have you been? You see, Ray's rules, have your cake and eat it too. Simple. All right, step 7, become a certified CFO and never bring the pain home. You did it because you're lacking knowledge. We got to play my way for a while. There I am dead. Google the address, find out I'm telling you the truth. I've been in 2 comas in my life. First, when I was crippled at 5.5, and Jesus said, get up. I got up, freaked them all out. Last one, I got to die and come back and help you. The devil's trying to knock us down and hold us back. But God's delays aren't God's denials. So I like to repackage it like Humpty Dumpty, my way for a while. Is that okay? So let's ask yourself 2 questions and make a decision. Do you want to enhance your income, or would you like to replace it? When you write it down, circle the one that's important to you, because I'll guarantee to get you there if you pay attention. From there, get your hands dirty. Learn what needs to be done looking behind that curtain. Keep in mind, I want you to think about, what about me? Every time you look at TikTok, Google, and YouTube, what about me? I hear you blah, 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 but are you going to hold my hand every step of the way like Ray Reynolds does? The answer is no. They don't hold your hand like me. Oh, well, what can I say? The Millionaire Building Call. Blueprint, past, present, future, family, corporation, at least 26 divisions, irrevocable trust, car in a division, house in a trust, and residual income, and we got to get cash flow for you per time. There's the goal. So if you want a line of credit up to 150 to 250,000, they want the corporation or divisions to be 2 years old. That's why you got to do it now. So my goal is to certify you as a CFO. But I'd like to get you up to $1 million. Is that okay if we play my way? So what is it? A corporation's a legal what? Person. It may sue or be sued. And the lack of knowledge is the stupidity of man or woman. People aren't stupid. They just follow stupid. And half the world's freaking lazy anyway. So your goal is like this. This is pathetic. I lost my job. I got 2 kids to feed. That's not homeless. This is pathetic. Get off your butt. Go to the church. They'll hand you the food. Go drive an Uber, drive a Lyft, and go have a damn garage sale. Man up. Hey, don't give me this crap. I came out of a coma with millions and billions, and they stole everything I got. What am I going to do? Go home and go boo-hoo-hoo? Hell no. I sold my wedding ring that I loved, my Rolex, my necklace, my bracelet. I had 12 garage sales in Huntington Beach. I got cited 3 times. I built $1 million of credit in 6 weeks. Don't you ever stay down. All right? Your problem is you. His problem is himself. He's got to man up. Corporations can build themselves, understand how to play. Now, division is very simple. It's a line of defense. I'm willing to sacrifice a division, not the corp of my family. Quit sacrificing you and your family. That's ridiculous. I think it's pathetic. It should never happen in the first place. What happened to you? You didn't pay attention. Whose the fault is that? Every tax ID I can get, I can set up a credit report, Experian, Chanjo, and Equifax. I can build you cash credit and get you lined up for checkbook money. See, every division like I designed in my Bucket of Money book. My first matrix was $190,000 a month. Would that be okay with you if you did the same thing too? But again, look at your corp today. Go ahead. Or you put your ducks in a row, you probably use your home address too. When they sue that corp, they sue you. That sucks. I want to create a line of defense. Is that okay? We can protect you and your family too. Now, I even invented daisy chaining of credit. Wrote the book on that too. One card gets you 9 more. Then we get the checkbook money too. All right. So I'm going to teach you how to daisy chain credit as well. So what do we have? Divisions. You have 89 ways to use them. I invented and I wrote the book on that too. And that's fun. But again, a division is $4.99 each. Tax ID, $2,000 on history. 3 for $14.97. Today, I'm going to add $10,000 of history. And on top of that, I want to show you, and just do this today while I'm on live now, because of Black Friday all this week, you get it for $99 friggin' dollars with tax ID and $10,000 of history. You should get 26, by the way. The ultimate goal by January 1st, they'll be 2 years old. We get to play. So let's understand it's a Zelle, Ray Reynolds recipient, Ray at racecredit.com, and RW when you Zelle. You can always call the office at 800-254-9506. Use the card, they will charge you 5%. So I always say Zelle now. I like goodies. You like goodies yet? I got to ride with Neil Diamond a couple of times in the Love Ride. You remember, don't get these till you hit $5 million. The goal would get you $1 million of credit cards, up to $5 million of checkbook money. Let's package you here. Then we go get the unlimited green card for $100,000. Then the 2 sisters for 30. 160 times 9. Is that $1 million now? How about the B of A times 9? How about Wells Fargo times 9? How about Inc. times 9? How about Gold times 9? That could be up to $5 million, not counting the other 5 cards. Checkbook money is simple. The banks will give you up to $150. Now Chase is giving $250, as long as you have a 2-year corporation unsecured. So here's my 5 favorite ones. It's pretty simple. That's called checkbook money, $5.4 million worth. We get to play the only way. We get to win. Is that okay? We do it my way for a while because your way kind of sucked. So I got specialty classes on Saturday too. Now here's what we're going to do. I'm going to build you cash credit. Anything above 10,000 doesn't show up in personal reports. We're going to take the corporate credit cards and the lines of credit, and you're going to buy your lifetime income. So you can have residual income the way you should have did in the first place. Is that okay if you listen to me for a while and you get your cake and eat it too? All right, raise rules, become a certified CFO, never bring the pain home, the ultimate goal. Now let's pretend I wrote you a check for $1 million. I said pretend. What's your first thing? Your brain is going to go, I want to buy a house and a car. Shut up. No. I want you to leverage that reference 3 times 5. I want that turned into 15 million. I want it banked into your corporate bank account. I want you to pay all the bills first, pay tax on the leftover. No tax, no leftover. Wow. The United States of America Incorporated. Let's think about this. Let's pretend you won the lottery. What are you going to do? Your CPA and attorney are going to tell you put in your personal bank account. I'm going to tell you no. I'm going to say no. I want you to put in a division of you. All right, because your CPA and attorney go, well, you don't have a corp in your name and a tax ID. No, I have a division of me. What's that? And someone say, really, no. Come on, they're practicing anyway. So if you do what I say, you're going to sit with the banker and say, I want to get a line of credit off my money. What's going to happen? You're going to build debt. And you're going to realize borrow money is not taxable. And you're going to turn this into millions and billions of dollars using borrow money. Isn't that fun? 11 cities filed bankruptcy. Wow. The United States of America Incorporated. All states are corporations, so are cities. They created Chapter 9 bankruptcy in case they have an oh shit day too. You could have did the same thing with no intent to do fraud. But what's wrong with you? You didn't pay attention. Bankruptcy says SSN SS4. You and your family, corp division subsidiary. Who's going to file bankruptcy the next time blank hits the fan? Make a decision. It's going to be up to you. Now, as we play this game, let's understand. Add you to my credit system. I can build you up to $1 million of credit. You go to class, you don't fall and you want, and you get to pay attention and beat your doubt, run your race. And then get out of my way wherever you build you please. So getting past go, because I think you're stuck. God's guest, the mansions in the harbor. All right, the race boats and the yachts with my name on them too. Helicopter, Lamborghini, and a big building too. Now, in the future, I want your driver's license changed to P.O. Box mailing address. I want more privacy. But again, let's look at your car you drive today. I bet you went to the dealership, they sweat you for 5 hours. You lost 20,000 in inquiries too. That's not how you buy a car. By the way, you buy a car at Fleet Price Tax ID Division. That's how you buy a car. Now, if you buy a house and put 2 people on the loan, that's kind of dumb. You just gave loan to value for 2 people. No. And then the problem with you lose a house and a car, they report it to the IRS as a 1099-C, and now you got double shitty credit. House should be bought through the trust. Car should be a division of a corporation. Oh, there's that 1099-C from the IRS. So division should be the restaurant of every car, because in a bumpity bump, the division's deduct, not you. In other words, you should plan the problem, the ultimate goal. Every property you get should be a division of a corporation. You don't know which one's going to slip, fall, and sue you and screw you up. House payment offsets your taxes. Amazon didn't pay tax on the first $10 billion to double trade. Why would they pay tax? So let's understand today. There's no loophole. They're doing what they're allowed to do. He bought Twitter in front of the whole world in 24 hours because he had to borrow the money. He didn't have $44 billion in the bank. He borrowed against it. And then he screwed it up in 2 weeks. He's totally dumb, in my opinion, by the way. And it's X marks the spot. You know, that kind of pissed off the banks. And people at SpaceX said he's not as smart as he thought he was. Oh, well, they're kind of disappointed too. Well, what can I say? He's got a spaceship. So the other 2 guys, they got spaceships too. Wow. We could join the club and win the battle. And we could play my way for a while. Step 15. Run your life through a corporation in conjunction. So let's pay tax or buy a Lamborghini. There you go. See, you use your paycheck, taxable income, right? And you pay the leftover. You use car payment, gas, registration, insurance. I would be yelling no if I was you, step 17. Now, why don't you go to irs.gov and get hold of an SS4 form and find out it does say banking and credit purposes right there. You never had to be a duck and a sheep. You chose to do that. Nobody made you do that besides you follow ducks and sheep. We got to stop that. Now, here's mama. Since 1971, when Nixon took the gold standard out, every mama's got to sign the SS5 form for the SSN for the baby can go home. Or that they can't go home, they won't release them from the hospital. That's not nice. So you know what you get to do? Rules and tools. So, you know, it's when you buy a house, it's escrow, close, homestead, trust. You have a house not in a trust, when they sue you, they take it away. And when you die, you get stuck in a probate, and your family got diddly squat. Oh, the next thing is when you fix up a house, you hire the contractor. Who hires the subcontractors that stand outside Home Depot? Good workers. Well, when they slip, fall, and cut corners, they kind of sue and screw you up too. My way, they get diddly squat. Is that okay if we think about an irrevocable trust today? All right, step 19. All right, never bring the pain home. So if you're a crook, just do like Wesley Snipes, go to prison for 3 years, $5 million fine. So you can't play peekaboo with the IRS making a mess. That's not how you play the game. You have to play by the rules. Step 20. Like I said, Richard here, he's supposed to keep 375. He should have leveraged it to 15 million. Instead, he pissed it away, went to prison for 3.5 years too. 10 years probation, and he violated that on top of that too. So if you want to be an OPM, that's a 70% discount and a bill up to 90 days. You close escrow, you leverage the money to 15 million. Borrow money is not taxable, and you set up a line of defense. That's step 21 called blackjack. Looks like you get to win. Isn't that the ultimate goal? Now, here's my building in 2009 before the coma. It's very simple. It's 22,000 square foot. Irvine Spectrum had locations in different states too, up to $1 million a day. I come out of a coma. All right, and what am I going to do? Because everything was stolen from me. Am I going to go home and go boo-hoo-hoo? No. I took out my blueprints, see it, believe it, go get it. From there, I took out my 5 closet divisions, my 3 divisions of me, and I built over $1 million of credit in 6 weeks. Everybody needs 5 closet divisions and 3 divisions of themselves as a backup and a backup. If they had that, they'd never have shitty credit and bring the pain home in the first place. But that's step 22. So 1,000 steps to millionaire. And we have the Millionaire's Founders Kit. I sold it to Bonaventure for $5,000 a set. I got this event coming up December 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. I'm only allowing 25 people in it in the first place. Those are all the questions. That's all I can answer at a time. It is the foundation of residual income, by the way. If you get into it, you get bonuses, all the levels and specialties for 90 days, and you get $100,000 of bonus cash credit. The office is $29.99. I give it away $1,000 discount for $19.99. If it was done today, now. Ultimate goal, it says Zao. If it's not done, you just pay another $1,000. Now, I like boring businesses. When I started the largest donut chain, that was fun. I wrote the book on laundromats and dry cleaning, my basement and car washes as well, all this fun stuff too. And guess what I got to do? The 22,000 payphones, the shopping centers, or at the apartment complex, all the things I'm having fun with, all managed by a third party. So if I build you credit, why don't you invest money like 40,000 into one, get 3 to 10,000 a month, 100,000 get you up to 45,000, 250 up to 75,000. We're going to use more in businesses ran by third party. If we buy this apartment complex built in 1968, it's all leased out. They want $3 million. They want 10% down. We take it off the corporate credit. New loan minus the intake. What do we have left over? $13,452. But now you think you're done. All it takes is one of those tenants to slip, fall, and sue you and screw you up, and you lost everything you got today. My way is to split deed them all. Do assignment of mortgage, $76,800. See, if you do this, then they have no way to sue you. You can sue them. We reverse the liability. Isn't that the goal to win? So if we look at real estate franchise storage units, 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months, you're going to own it, but not run it. Please do it my way. But that's up to you. When you go to the expo, it's like a deer in the headlights. Which one are you going to pick? But again, this was 125,000 down, 63,000 a month. 47 down, 30,000 a month. You want a Wendy's? You want a Jack in the Box? Simple to do. It says you want a couple of gas stations. So if we play, there's opportunity everywhere you turn around, but it's up to you. I want to make sure we have a goal list, weekly and daily list, and a project list as we play the game. So it's very simple. So you got a 3, 6, or 12 months. What happens is your goal next year should be $5 million. As we play this game, the 3 months get you lined up. 6 months should get you in the first unit through a division, and the 12 months should be multiple units. It should be if you do the weekly payments only. If you do payments, they have to be on a weekly base, which means for $600 a week. So let's think about residual income. This means if we learn how to basically go to class, all right, we do calls privately with me, and then the next thing is a rapid refresh. And then you master 5 things, including daisy chaining of credit. That's the ultimate goal. From here, what do? All of them start with 1,000 down if you want to do the payment situation. So again, it's an $8,000 package. And what happens is 1,000 down and $600 a week during the 90 days. Next thing is if you paid in full 8,000, I hand you $100,000 of credit. From here, if you did the 6 months, again, basically it's 1,000 down and it's a $600 payment per week. From there, if you paid the $15,000 up front, I build you $250,000 of credit. If you did the 12 months as 1,000 down, the ultimate goal is $600 a week for 12 months. It's $31,000. If you paid in full, you get a $5,000 discount to make it $25,000. And what happens is now I build you $500,000 of credit. The ultimate goal is a Zelle, bank transfer, deposit, or wire. See, Mr. Buffett's no different than you. He did the same thing I'm trying to get you to do. He doesn't run the business. He owns the businesses. He has people do it for him too. A corporation is a legal person that may sue or be sued. Divisions are your line of defense. Keep in mind you're willing to sacrifice the division, not the corp in your family. Basically, divisions build more credit as well. Like in my book called Buckets of Money, $190,000 a month. That was just in the first matrix. So as we play this game today, normally they're $4.99 each. Add in $10,000 of credit history. From there, it's simple today. They're $99 each. And if you get 26, you get a better discount. And you only need 26 anyway. From there, there'll be 2 years on come January 1st. So understand Zelle, bank transfer, deposit, wire. Call the office 800-254-9506. What are you willing to lose? I made a promise to myself I wouldn't get married, have kids, unless I had a foolproof program. Finally got a wife, 6 kids, and 10 grandkids. Can't bring the pain home. I never had a family before that. Corporation gets sued, they sue you. Division process, that's how you get your cake and eat it too. And that's called checkmate. So if we play my way for a while, we're going to think to be the impossible. We're going to use Ray's rules, all right, and we're going to have their basically reaching the dream. Corporations and divisions, very simple. Training people to be a certified CFO. The ultimate goal. You have joint credit, I'm going to tell you to get rid of it. You buy a house, escrow, closed homestead trust. Corporations are free in all 50 states. You pay a filing fee. You'll need your divisions for real estate, franchise, current business, and a line of defense. Ray's rules. I give bonus cash credit to everybody, usually up to times 10 to take away excuses so they get to write it all off too. That's step 24, by the way. And if all you want me to do is get you 750, okay. All I have to do is analyze your credit, RADRAP or rescore. All right, you go to class, you don't fall in your one, and I'll basically normally charge $1,000, and basically for the classes as well, and give you $1,000 on a card. But if you do it during this broadcast, you get half price. $4.99, cards $500. With the rules and tools I demonstrated today, you can maintain a $750 the rest of your life, forever. If you want a corp, you don't have one, I'll build one for you. I'll hand it to you for free. You pay your filing fee. Setup in level 1 is every Wednesday and Saturday, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. $999, 5,000 credit back to you. $24.99, 25,000 of credit. 5 times your investment. We analyze, we add history, and start popping credit right away. The ultimate goal, if you want that, is a Zell, or you call the office at 800-254-9506. Use a card. They will charge you 5% more. So let's understand referrals. I'll build more credit, or I'll give you 10% for every referral you send. But they must say your name when they sign up. If not, they blew it for you. So I give you my personal email address too. Keep in mind, corporation, Bank of America, bank or branch numbers, Chase, U.S. Bank, Wells Fargo. All right, Sam's Club, Geico, Cities. What is your goal? Start looking behind the curtain. Stop bringing the pain home. Become a certified CFO, all right, and reprogram your brain to millionaire status. We got to look behind that curtain every time and understand how they got their money. We're going to do the same thing and better than they did too. So the goal is to stay safe, stay strong. We do our best. Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too. What I would say is Zell now, or call 800-254-9506 and talk to one of the specialists or the floor manager. His name is Santos. The ultimate goal, we have to have the ability to rebuild anybody. We do our best. God does the rest. Amen to that too. Never forget at the end of the day, God loves us all.